That's okay. I told somebody I'm looking at that.
I'm gonna call the meeting to order.
Victoria's Secret runway.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Teresa, please do the roll call.
Alderman Monteleone.
Here.
Alderman Hamilton.
Here.
Alderman Slattery.
Here.
Alderman Fenn.
Here.
Alderman Broughton.
Here.
Alderman Woodsig.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, we're gonna start off with 3 sets of minutes we need to approve. Reading and approval of the minutes of the Board of Aldermen meeting of January 2026. And we'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Motion by Carol. A second?
Second.
Tammy, second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes and the minutes are approved. Reading and approval of the minutes of the Board of Aldermen meeting, February 17, 2026. We'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes. Tammy, do I have a second?
Second.
Michael? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes and the minutes are approved. Reading and approval of the minutes of the Board of Aldermen meeting, March the 16th, 2026. And we'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes. Tammy, do I have a second?
Second.
Michael? Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes and the minutes are approved. Citizens' comments and petitions.
Right here.
Mr. Preacher?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, after hearing from many of my customers about the article in the Call newspaper, where Teresa clearly slandered my company, with her comment about how we were too expensive, even though we were the cheapest bid over Loyette, and also saying I refuse to do work orders, and we've never had any work orders in almost 20 years. And so I called a meeting on March 4th at 9 a.m. with the city attorney, Joe and Teresa. I had questions. They were supposed to get back with me, and they never did. I recorded this meeting for an hour and 3 minutes. The bottom line that I gather from this meeting is Joe is upset at me and was raising his voice over in this recording for the city mishandling taxpayers' funds when I was overpaid almost $9,000 by Teresa. It's a sore subject with him. He didn't like the way I handled things when I brought it up at the meeting. So maybe I should post this online so all the city can hear it. James also did the same thing of almost $14,000. So Joe took it upon himself. He felt it was necessary to harass my employees while working at Bartolino's, taking pictures and questioning my integrity, and accusing us of billing Bartolino's time to Dream Park is delusional. Do you think he would remember the almost $23,000 in overpayments I returned? Both Joe and Teresa piled on, making accusations about salt. Teresa called up yelling about us watering the bushes. They both numerous times have harassed myself and my employees. So I sent certified mail about the salt being stored. I sent first-class mail. I sent emails, and they purposefully, I guess, ignored them because I haven't had any signed anything. However, I caught Joe by texting him, and if you'd all like a copy of this, I have him screenshot of his red message, so he did receive my letter on March 31st about the salt that's being stored on my property. Since we are out of contract as of April 30th, what are you guys gonna do with your almost $30,000 in salt? I'd like to know. I'm not gonna be harassed, bullied, or pushed around anymore, and that is why I'm not bidding on Green Park. I think it's just repulsive and disgusting, and nobody needs to be treated like that for any amount of money. I gave to this city, worked tirelessly, did a phenomenal job, stayed up many nights when it didn't even snow, making sure your streets were safe. Drove around checking the streets, didn't charge you for my time, but I still made sure everything was safe and I took care of everything. So I don't like that my integrity is being questioned when I've returned almost $23,000 in overpayments. That's absurd. So if you don't mind, can I hand this to you? You can hand them out.
Just leave it on the desk.
So this is the letter that was emailed and sent certified. This is the screenshot of Joe's text. Down at the bottom, you'll notice he read it on March 31st. This was screenshot at 4:21 p.m. He read it at 4:15 p.m.
Thank you.
So it's been documented. So good luck trying to get out of that.
Reports of officers and committees. Marty, you have a report?
Just a couple questions, or one question. The signs, and the missing sign down there on Green Park Road and by Lynn Valley, just want to know the status of that. I think a truck hit it there by Wilson Manufacturing and in between RV Wagner, right there where it intersects the three-way stop. I think that still needs to be replaced.
Okay, we'll check into that.
And then that pole is still, the no parking,
Right in front of Gash
in front of
here.
Gash,
Yeah.
that's still bent.
Yeah,
Didn't know if that's still in the works or not.
yes, it is. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Carol, you have anything to report?
I do not.
Michael, do you have anything to report?
Nothing.
Ron?
No report.
Tammy?
All's quiet on the issue.
Okay. Three-
Nothing. Okay.
3.2, Paul, city attorney, do you have a report?
No report tonight.
3.3, city engineer, building commissioner.
No reports for tonight.
Teresa, do you have anything to report?
I do. I'm very happy to say that this year is, to my knowledge, the first time the city has been able to utilize their first-time home buyers program. We just approved our third application. We have 3 new families moving into Green Park that will be owner-occupied properties.
Thanks, Teresa.
You're welcome.
3.5, the treasurer's report. Do we have Anna?
Ann, are you there?
Yes, I am. Could you guys hear me okay?
Can you turn it up a notch?
Teresa, do you have any way to turn it up on the computer?
I'm trying.
Okay, thank you. I can talk loud, but.
Okay.
No, I'm at 100%.
Okay, go ahead,
All
Anna.
right. Sorry, I'll talk as loud as possible.
Okay.
So I'll keep it quick. I'll just go over the financials that I believe, Teresa, does everybody have a copy of those?
Yes.
Okay, so if you look at the balance sheet, so these are as of February 28th, 2026. Your total cash and investments are just over $4.84 million. So that's about a 13% increase year over year. I will note that the Ameriprise balances are updated quarterly, so those property tax receipts. You're at about 70%, but I want to make sure you picked up any of those that had to be readjusted from December. So we'll follow up on that, and then you will receive additional distributions at the end of 2026 that I expect, again, will bring you over your budgeted amount there. Rest of your revenues are pretty on point. You go all the way down to the bottom for your total revenues in your general fund, you're at 31% of your total budget, bringing in about $775,000 so far. Next are your expenditures. Again, 15% is really the amount that you would want to have in mind here. If you go through, you'll see in categories, most of them are right on point or a little bit under. Operations are a little bit over, but I think that's mainly due to some software costs that came in earlier in the year, as well as a few other items. But overall, still trending with budget there. If you go down to your total expenditures in your general fund, you're right at 14%. So 16% of the year and 14% of the total budgeted expenditures puts you in a good spot for the year. The next two funds, sewer lateral and capital. I know a lot of the capital costs haven't taken place yet as you guys ramp up for more of your project season as it gets warmer. So we'll expect to see those come in the coming months. But at the very bottom, if you look at the last table, the very bottom rows, you'll see overall you're at 29% of your revenues and 11% of your budgeted expenditures. So I will pause there. As I mentioned, I think you also have a printout of the property tax collections. Just as I mentioned, we will continue to monitor those. You're right around 70% of the levy through the end of March. So we'll make sure, I would expect you to probably collect more than 70% from the taxpayers. So we'll make sure we follow up on that as needed. But happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
Any questions for Anna? Thanks, Anna.
Yep, thank you, and I'll stay on in case anything else.
All right, sounds good. 3.6, county police report. Jeremy, you present the March police report.
Good evening. For the month of March, we had 389 calls for service, of which 205 were self-directed. I'm sorry, directed calls. 23 police reports were written, but only three of the 23 were of criminal nature. Two stealings and one fraud. We made 2 arrests off traffic stops and wrote about 20 tickets.
Sounds good. Any questions for Jeremy?
How many nursing home calls did we have this month?
I don't have that written down. I
You don't?
can
Okay.
tell you after the meeting that I got my computer up.
No, that's okay. Yeah,
I could count.
I know we have a lot though, so that's why I asked.
We have a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
I could find that out if you want me to. I'll let you know at the end of the meeting.
only if you get a minute. It's
Okay.
just curiosity more than anything.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Sure.
Unfinished business, we have none. Under new business, 5.1, resolution number 415, accepting the St. Louis County Board of Elections Commissioner certification for the official results of the April 7, 2026 election. Teresa, please read the certifications.
Mayor, unexpired term ending 2027, Joe Monteleone. Ward 1 Alderperson, Michael Broughton. Ward 2 Alderperson, 2-year term, Ally Thornsberry. Ward 3 Alderperson, 2-year term, Martin Finn.
Thank you, Teresa. I will entertain a motion to approve resolution number 415.
So moved.
Carol, motion, and Michael seconds.
There you
All in favor, say aye.
go.
Any opposed? The motion passes. So at this time, this is going to be Ron's last meeting as an alderman. So we wanted to present you with a plaque for your service. Teresa has it here. This is for years of dedicated service, for your commitment to our community over the last years has made a lasting impact, and we truly appreciate everything you have done for our residents and businesses. It's myself and the Board of Aldermen present you with this.
Thank you very much.
At this time, we're gonna take a few minutes. We've got some cupcakes up here, if anybody's interested. We'll just take a short break.